Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of the Ocean Pathways Pod. My name is Keon Walker, Education and Outreach Director for New York, New Jersey Baykeeper. I'm joined in collaboration with Hugo New and Alta C. Today we have some brilliant young minds, our future burgeoning environmentalists, joining us from the Boys and Girls Club of Newark. And what I'd like to do is have them introduce themselves a bit. So we'll start with John.
Hello, my name is John, and I'm from Newark Tech in Newark, New Jersey.
Hello, my name is Asliana. I'm from Cape Justice, and I'm from Southwood.
Hello, my name is Detsy. I'm also from Cape Justice, and I'm from East Orange.
Hello, my name's Nick. I'm a rising junior, and I'm from Newark.
Hello, my name is Jumar, and I am a rising junior at Kip Team Academy, and I am from Newark, New Jersey.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today. We're very excited to have you. So I want to get into a little bit of our studies for this summer. So what are some of the environmental problems, or what's the environmental problem in particular that you chose to study this summer?
Well, basically what I'm trying to research is the recycling program in Newark, because I'm trying to understand the current participation rates and find out ways to increase the partake in community.
I'm studying air quality in Newark, focusing on the sources of pollution and exploring ways to reduce it.
Well, I chose to research water quality in Newark, especially looking into contamination issues and how we can maintain clean water.
I'm working on soil quality in Newark, examining contagions like introducing waste and leads and finding ways communities can support and soil can improve in Newark, New Jersey.
I am focusing on decarbonization efforts in Newark, exploring how we can reduce carbon emissions through various initiatives and how the community can contribute to these efforts.
Great work. So it sounds like we're covering a lot of ground this summer. So I guess we can ask now, I'm sure the audience is interested. What compelled you? What motivated you to pick out these topics and study them this summer?
Well, seeing how low the participation rates in Newark's recycling program, it's hard to believe that less and less people are actually throwing their trash inside where it's supposed to go than where it's not supposed to go. And that really affects the ocean and all that. So, understanding the benefits in recycling could bring a total change to the community.
Well, the poor air quality in Newark, largely due to the industrial activities and traffic emissions and its severe health impacts, particularly on children and the elderly, compelled me to research this topic further. I want to find solutions to improve the air we breathe.
Concerns about lead contamination in Newark's water supply and its health implications, especially for children, drove me to research water quality. Ensuring safe drinking water is top priority for our community.
I had chose soil qualities because we know the risk of soil qualities will give us risk health. I want to find ways to clean our soil and help our community more.
Climate change and air quality issues in Newark compelled me to look into decarbonization. Reducing carbon emissions is crucial for improving public health and creating a sustainable future for our community.
Wow, so you guys have taken on some big projects. John, as you mentioned water quality, you talk about lead in particular, even soil. It's so interesting that Baykeeper just found lead right off of the South Shore near our local office, and we're currently fighting with local politics and trying to get the community aware and engaged to help redress this issue. Mm-hmm. But I think it's so interesting that we're picking out problems that were a problem potentially before you all were born, but are still problems today. So, during your research, what are some potential solutions you guys found?
Well, some potential solutions is increasing awareness and education about what can and cannot be recycled. Like, say, for instance, my community. In my community, we see trash as trash, and I don't really, don't want to be a part of that. I want to recycle, separate the trash from recycle, So something I can do to fix that is by telling the head owner of the community to set more recycling bins everywhere. That way, it can better help the recycling community to separate what's trash and what's not.
Community actions like using public transportation, reducing vehicle idling, and supporting clean energy initiatives can help reduce air pollution in Newark. Additionally, monitoring and improving air quality through community involvement can make a big difference.
For me, residents can take preventive actions such as using water filters, flushing pipes before use, and to ensure safer drinking water, supporting infrastructure improvements and staying informed about water quality issues are important steps.
Some solutions I came up with: identifying and reporting polluted areas and supporting green spaces and cleanup efforts. It can help improve soil quality in Newark. Community involvements help us better the soil quality because it can change a lot for us.
Ooh. All right.
One thing I am doing is promoting renewable energy, enhancing public transportation, and improving energy efficiency in buildings are effective ways to reduce carbon emissions. Community members can contribute by adopting greener practices in their daily lives, such as reducing energy consumptions and supporting local green initiatives.
Awesome. So it looks like you guys have yielded some great results from your research, and it sounds like we're working towards creating a better environment, better community, better society together. Yeah. But I want to think a little deeper here. How would these solutions potentially impact your community directly?
That's actually a great question. So improving recycling rates would actually reduce waste, like getting into water. It will also reserve like resources that we usually use and don't reuse. So in conclusion, we will have a cleaner and healthier environment around us so we can play safely and enjoy lives.
Dati, how would this improve your community?
Well, reducing air pollution would lower asthma rates and other respiratory diseases, especially amongst children and the elderly, improving overall public health in Newark.
Okay, John?
Ensuring safe drinking water would prevent health issues like gastrointestinal illnesses and developing problems in children, leading to a more healthier community.
So I have found if you clean up the polluted soil, it would reduce health risk and cancer, and it will create a healthier environment for our community.
I think reducing carbon emissions would lead to better air quality, lower the incidence of diseases related to pollution, and contribute to the global fight against climate change. It would also create economic advantages of public health benefits for Newark.
Well, before we end it off, I just kind of wanted to have some fun with it. So, this one's kind of a throwaway. I guess we'll start on this side and
Oh my
work
Yeah.
back. But,
I wanted to go first.
well, you know, he's right next to me. What was your favorite moment on a field trip this summer?
I actually had two. I enjoyed both of them equally, but I had like two of them that are in running. Like one was Duke Farms, and another one was the recycling center. But I kind of liked the hands-on experience that I got from Duke Farms more, since it was like, I was more into it.
Yeah.
Like hands-on.
Yeah, hands-on.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you enjoyed Duke Farms. You like getting your hands
Yeah.
messy in the soil.
And then especially this, the scavenger hunt. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Okay. Ashiana, what did you enjoy? What's one?
My
of your-
favorite trip was probably the first week that we came here was actually at Kearney Point. So we had went to a lake or something, and we had get a oyster crate.
Mhm.
And after that, we had tested the water, see if the water was good or not. But it was in the middle.
My favorite trip was also the recycling center. I liked being able to see the different types of way we could recycle, and I also learned about types of recycling that I didn't know of
Mhm.
that I've been throwing away in the regular garbage can.
Yeah. Knowledge is power. Nice.
Well, personally, I don't have a favorite. I just like them all equally. But if I had to choose one, I'd have to go with Duke Farms. Duke Farms actually let us make
The seed bombs.
the seed bombs.
Yeah.
And so what we would do, right, is actually just get clay, dirt, and then we'd plant a seed inside, mix that up, make it into a ball, and then throw it if we wanted to.
Actually, I did end up throwing it in my grandmother's yard. It kind of grew. It's still growing.
All right. Wow.
It's still
so it's only been a
growing.
week.
I
That's
threw
cool.
mine in my neighbor's yard.
So we got some guerrilla
I just-
farming going on with our seed bombs from Duke Farms. Awesome. Okay. So far it seems like folks have really enjoyed a combination of our trips actually, which is cool
Yeah.
to hear. Carney Point shut it out with our bulkhead nearby and our oyster unit. Jamar.
My favorite trip was the recycling center because we actually got to see like how the people recycle and like the piles of plastic and all the other stuff, and it's really fun.
I also enjoyed the Ben Vaughn statue, and it's this like old sculpture that was inside the building while it was still being like built up and stuff.
Yeah. So it's all made from single, like we saw, from like kind of plastic bottles that have been
Yeah.
kind
Different
of
types
like
of
almost
recycling.
clarified.
And mirrors on
Yeah.
it too.
Yes,
As
I
like
love
that
the
actually
mirrors.
move around on its
That's
own.
cool.
Yeah.
It was a little hot, but it was cool. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And it was able to move.
Oh.
And there was a
Yeah.
little keyhole inside of it. I
I
really
did.
understand a little bit, but like I saw.
Yeah, I like
Cool.
the mirrors.
So another thing I really like that I want to bring up, right, is the World War II crane that's actually inside the building that we're in right now. It's up there, upstairs. You can see it when you enter inside the building. You look up, and there's just like this huge crane. And I think that's like lovely how they actually didn't remove it, but just build on top of that. And I give props because I don't know how they did it, but they worked their magic.
Awesome. So it sounds like you guys had lots of fun on our trips. You learned a lot. So my very last question for us is, what's one takeaway you have from the program? What's one thing you're going to take with you as you go back to your communities, as you go back to school, and so on in the future? John, what's one takeaway from the program?
From my experiences here, like with the recycling center, Duke Farms trip, and the other trips, I kind of got more self-aware about my environment. You know, I've been actively recycling, right, on whenever I can, and I've suddenly I've learned a bit of integrity. You know, I've been recycling with people telling me to recycle. You know, but I kind of forget that sometimes. But
Yeah.
you know,
You feel more committed,
I feel more committed.
right, to
You know,
the mission of creating a better, more sustainable.
yeah.
Nice. Thanks, John.
I want to make it healthier for everybody. I want to make a really good community, big community. And I've heard about some of the problems in the world, you know, with climate change and all that stuff. I really want to fix that. So, you know.
Yeah. We're looking to you guys to be the leaders. So love to hear that. Ashley Anna.
One thing I'll take away was when we went on a recycling trip, because me, like where I grew up at, I didn't recycle at all. Like I really didn't care about it. Like I didn't know where it was going to and stuff. I thought it was just wasteful and was stupid. So after we went to the recycling place, like I learned that, oh, you're supposed to recycle. I never knew that you can reuse plastic and stuff. But now I learned how it's more good to recycle than just throw it away, so it can be thrown at like a land or a thing and just stay there, and they just bury it under stuff.
Scary, right? Dutty, what's up?
I actually did do a science fair project on air pollution.
Cool.
And I was able to spur awareness about pollution and being able to like take care of the earth. But something that I would take away from this experience that I was able to have was probably also recycling, because I did not recycle as much and I didn't know the types of way you can recycle. So now that I do, I'm probably going to recycle more and teach my brothers and stuff that
Nice.
the right places to put their garbage or recycling.
I know you mentioned that you didn't even know there are so many different things you can recycle. Nick, what do you have for us? What's your one takeaway?
My one takeaway, right? It has nothing to do with recycle because since I was a kid, right? I've always been overprotective about the world and recycle. I do it to my family all the time. They sometimes get annoyed with me, but at the end of the day, they still do it. You know, it works. But one takeaway from this is the planting and all that. I've never known how to plant until now. Like, I know the basics of planting. I just didn't know how to really do it. Like, actually get hands-on with it. See, there were so many steps on the planting part that got me so interested into the activity. And I see why now that croppers and let's just say farmers really enjoy their job, because at the end of the day, who doesn't like planting seeds into the ground and watching them grow?
It's awesome. So it looks like we also have a few folks who are more interested in like urban community gardening, and there are a few big ones in Newark in particular. So we can talk more about that. So
Yeah.
get you involved in that. Jamar.
Okay, so I actually am teaching my little brother about climate change because the carbon buildup in like our atmosphere is actually causing a lot of heat.
Cool. All right. So it sounds like you guys have learned a lot. It sounds like you've had a lot of fun, and that you are all really interested and energized in some issues that are really impactful in your communities. It seems like we're in good hands with your young, brilliant minds to carry us forward. So I want to thank the Boys and Girls Club of Newark one more time. I want to shout out our friends at Alta Sea. Our partners are Hugo and, again, New York, New Jersey Baykeeper. But I want to give a personal thank you to all our panelists today who are the first of their kind. John, Asliana, Dusty, Nick, and Jamar. Thank you all for joining us, and say goodbye to our friends.
Goodbye.